Hi, my name is Bobby Espinoza, and I'm a professor of biology at Cal State Northridge. I've been here for about 15 years now. So I'm a research associate at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County, and one of the projects that the LACM started a number of years ago is called Rascals now, the Reptiles and Amphibians of Southern California. And this is a citizen science project to help discover where in Los Angeles amphibians and reptiles are still thriving. Even in this urban environment, we still have a large number of these animals. And a father and son team loaded a gecko onto the website, and I noticed that it was a gecko that was not known from Los Angeles County, and I said, I think you guys have a new species here.
Mediterranean house geckos have probably been getting moved around in the Mediterranean region for thousands of years. These geckos first showed up in the United States in 1910, and it really wasn't until shortly after World War II when we started to see a big growth in interstate transit. And so suddenly you'd get a gecko hiding underneath a pallet, or a gecko in some boxes that somebody put into the back of their moving van. And as a result, geckos have been able to expand from the hot, humid southeastern United States into much warmer and drier climates like New Mexico, West Texas, and Arizona, and most recently showing up in the Mediterranean climates of Southern California. One of the challenges to studying an invasive species like the Mediterranean house gecko is that we don't have access to places to do surveys because that's private property, that's somebody's backyard. And so what we need people all across the country to take out their smartphones and their digital cameras and to help us document these geckos by taking photographs. They can then upload that photo to the GeckoWatch website so that me and other biologists associated with this project can learn where these new populations of these non-native geckos are showing up all across the United States.
One of the things that we're most interested in is how well geckos perform at different temperatures. And so we have this racetrack that we can adjust to different temperatures that the geckos might experience from the different climates. The geckos start off in the starting gate, we open up the starting gate and they sprint down the track. Then we record their sprint speed and voila, we have data on sprint performance.
So these geckos primarily like to live very close to human activity, so they really like to take advantage of the fact that humans really make a comfortable environment for them. So like landscaping and gardening provides like water access for them.
They eat pretty much any insect that will fit in their mouth. They're not picky, which makes them very good for moving around because they don't have to have a certain prey item that they eat.
This is a really exciting project. All the elements that we have in here, there's the physiology, the student involvement, there's a genetic component, but probably the most important part that we need citizen science help is understanding the broad scale distribution of these geckos. That means getting out there, looking on your porches, walking in your neighborhoods, walking into your school complexes, along churches, anywhere where you see lights at night, look for the geckos, and they're easy to find, and any help you can give us in that regard would be really helpful to our broader project goals.